Hello, my name is Jamie, and welcome back to the channel. Unlike any other channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, my channel exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe.
So let's get into the second short video of the day. So after running two sets of Shadow Ho-Ho and going 3-2, 2-3, I thought let's try a core that is a bit spicy but I actually think has great play. So today we are going to be featuring a Shadow Gyarados Shadow Cradily core. Why is this a good core? Well, the thing Cradily most doesn't want to see is a fighter, mostly a counter user. So Gyarados, being sub-flying, obviously and water, it resists counter. Gyarados really doesn't want to see electric. Cradily's grass type means it resists electric. Obviously it also doesn't want to see rock, and Cradily obviously hits rock for super effective with its grass type moves. A few things do core break this, obviously has a bit of a tough time against ice. However, Gyarados is only neutral to ice and Cradily can hit back for super effective with Stone Edge. Ice is also a very poor defensive typing, so it doesn't resist grass either. A few common threats such as Trevadent can cause this team problems. It has the potential to beat both of our core members. With that in mind, we've got the ever reliable Shadow Drapion acting as the pivot and safe switch. So, without any further ado, let's get into the battles, and I can say I thoroughly recommend this team. You can see I try and exit this first battle. These battles are supposed to be played in the Remix Cup. We are in the Open Great League, and I don't want to force close the app because that's a bit of a naff play. So I get a match and I decide to stay in. We see Galarian Stunfisk. This is dreadful as the Drapion I am using is on Crunch. Obviously when we use Drapion in the Open Great League, I always run Aqua Tail. If I was on Aqua Tail, I would instant swap. So I stay in, knowing that these Aqua Tails do hit for super effective. The opponent attempts to catch a Aqua Tail on a Azumarill. You can see they did mistime it. I was 2 Dragon Breath short, however I do throw the Aqua Tail anyway. You might be wondering, why would I throw a resisted move? Well, Sludge Bomb does around 65-70% with the subsequent Poison Stings, so with that chip damage it's only going to take 1 Sludge Bomb to KO. Usually I would have to go for 2 as Crunch is heavily resisted, so normally we would have to go for 2. I now know only 1 Sludge Bomb is going to take him out. They shield the first one, I correctly shield a Hydro Pumps. Now counting bubbles, there's the 5th bubble. On the 5th I am going to throw this Sludge Bomb. I highly doubt the Azumarill double shields because it knows it is going to get outpaced. We take him out and we've got residual energy. The Stunfisk exited with 6 Mud Shots worth of energy. They're now at the Earthquake. Let's see if they shield. They do shield, so I instantly swap into Cradily, looking to try and catch the Earthquake. Let's see if we catch the Earthquake or a bait. We successfully catch the Earthquake, which is great for us. Let's see what's in the back. We've still got that Drapion with a fair amount of health, and we've got that Gyarados as a potential sack swap. So they've now got Skarmory. The only play for the opponent is to try and farm us down. Unfortunately, we're both using 3 turn moves. We did let an Air Slash through, and once again, however, King Shadow Cradily clutches out game 1, and despite going into the wrong league, we're off to a 1-0 start. So perhaps this team could even work in the Open Great League. I've never actually run Shadow Gary in the Open Great League, but it does obviously hit some decent threats for decent damage. Now back into the Remix Cup. In game 2 we pick up a great lead against Politoed. The opponent has only built up to 5 Mud Shots, so this could be a Surf, but they're most likely running Weather Ball. It is a Weather Ball. You can see that it is resistant, doesn't do too much damage. I go straight for this Crunch, expecting to draw a shield as I have stayed in a fairly negative matchup. We do draw a shield, however, went straight for it looking for the defense drop. And there it is, we get the defense drop. You can see these Dragon Breaths are absolutely shredding this Politoed now. They fire up another Weather Ball, and hopefully we can farm down. Unfortunately, we cannot, as it's only 4 Mud Shots to a Weather Ball. So knowing that they are probably double weak, I do shield this up and I leave with a lot of energy. We've got both the Aqua Tail and the Crunch locked and loaded. They now bring in a Laron. Laron is using Metal Claw, which is resisted, so they're going to have a tough time farming us down. We go for this super effective Aqua Tail, and we actually make a second one. They are committing to the farm down, which obviously is not a great play. The second Aqua Tail actually takes them out. They just sack the Laron completely. In the back is a Gourgeist, and Gourgeist runs Seed Bomb and Shadow Ball, and Drapion just laughs at that, and we take game 2. Off to a 2-0 start. Let's see if we keep the momentum moving on into game 3. Gyarados into the very bulky Greedent. Bullet Seeds are hitting us for neutral due to our water and flying typing. Obviously water takes super effective and flying resist. They go for a charge move, they do go for their body slam. You can see Gyarados has a huge lack of bulk. I attempt to clutch the second body slam on Cradily as rock resist normal. Unfortunately we're unsuccessful, they stay in and throw a crunch. You can see Cradily has great bulk. Crunch doesn't really bother us too much. They are staying in, so maybe they've got a mud boy in the back. We go for this grass knot, it does huge damage, and if they stay in, we are going to be able to bullet seed them down. Once again, they are going to go for another crunch, but we still don't need to shield. I imagine they are going to swap out, which they do, to try and transfer that bullet seed damage. Confusion is a 4-turn move. Bullet seed is a 3-turn move, so it's really difficult to align your fast moves. I throw after 2, we give away 2 free turns. However, that Stone Edge did massive damage. They're already down to half health, and we bring in the Drapion. That resists confusion to soak up the charge moves. Thunder Punch doesn't do too much. It's only 3 confusions to the second one, so before the third one finishes, I fire off this crunch. Hopefully the opponent doesn't shield. They actually do shield, so they must have something weak. They're over farming. They're looking to try and go back to back most likely. They're now at 5 confusions, but they have no shield, so Drapion actually gets both shields off this Hypno. So they must be really weak to Drapion. With that in mind, I shield up the Thunder Punch. I look to try and Dragon Breath down. I am unsuccessful. They've transferred that Dragon Breath damage. They now have the energy. They're going to come back in with a Thunder Punch. However, as I have a shield, I'm just going to shield this up and completely Dragon Breath down and be left loaded full of energy for whatever is in the back. As their switch lock, they will be unable to switch out this time. And in the back is a Froslass. Froslass doesn't want to see a loaded Gyarados. This crunch does massive damage. I'll fire a couple more Dragon Breaths, even though I've got the move, but this game is absolutely over. And the 1 HP, boom, GG's to that opponent. I am quite impatient. I thought I'd just Dragon Breath down. I saw I was running out of HP, so I just fired off the move and took that game. And now we do see something in this next battle that can core break our team. Unfortunately, we get loads of lag, so I'm unsure really where their energy's at. So I'm hoping they're only at 5, so I'm going to shield up this Seed Bomb, and I'm going to look to try and catch the second Seed Bomb. I'm counting on the 5th, we're unsuccessful, they don't throw, they stay in with loads of energy and switch out really late into Knockdown. You don't really want to give Drapion this sort of energy lead. The opponent now is going to be under huge pressure to shield. I would have had to go for Sludge Bomb, however, as we got the defense drop, a crunch should be enough to KO. We do draw a shield, which is great for us. The Knockdown has overfarmed slightly, they're at a Sky Attack. I could actually shield this up and I would make the next crunch. I decide that I'll probably survive, knowing that this Drapion has better IVs than the one I was using previously. We do survive and we make the last minute crunch. So Drapion actually wins the 0-1 shield against Knockdown, which is great. They bring in a Mancargo. So I actually decide to bring in Cradily. You might be wondering why have I done this, because the Gyarados has loads of loaded energy and I actually really don't want to put the Cradily onto the Trevadent as it is resisting Bullet Seed and I have to get all the way to a Stone Edge. The opponent only has 1 shield left, so I'm going straight for this Stone Edge, which does hit for super effective. It's actually one shot. The Trevadent is super low, and at this stage Aqua Tail is going to be enough to KO, so they are going to be forced to shield, which they do. I can now shield this move up. They are not at the back-to-back. I think they're now 2 Shadow Claws short. However, we're only 1 Dragon Breath short, so Gyarados is going to take this game, throwing a resisted Aqua Tail. So in this matchup, I think the opponent's mistake was switching out super late. They let the Trevadent get too low, and they also, switching out that late, give our Drapion so much energy. It looks like the opponent has left the game here. The Mancargo comes back in and we Dragon Breath it down and take the game. It looks like the opponent did actually quit, but either way, it was going to be a GG. So, moving on into the 5th and final battle. My gosh, we pick up something we really don't want to see in Crustle. It's the first Crustle I've ever seen, and this thing has the potential to beat all 3 of our Pokemon. Once again, they switch out really late, and they'll hard punish us with a Wish Cash. We don't get the defense drop, so this crunch actually won't take him out. However, it will get him quite low. We do get the defense drop the second time. However, I'm tempted to shield, but I decide probably not the best play. I'm actually going to come in with Cradily and look to try and get ahead in energy. because I know that Cradily can really threaten the Crustle with both super effective Stone Edge and neutral Grass Knot. They actually bring in the back a Kofa Griga, so this once again is a rough spot. I attempt to catch the move on Gyarados. We're unsuccessful. They bring back in Crustle. So now the play for me is, sorry Gyarados, I'm just going to sack you. And I'm going to put faith in our closer, Cradily, clutching out this game. I overfarm just a bit as these rock throws, or sorry, smackdowns are doing quite a lot of damage. They actually don't shield. They're putting it all on Kofa Griga. So this is going to be a race. Who can make 3 moves first? Cradily is getting quite low, so we are actually in danger of potentially getting Shadow Clawed down. However, I've got faith in this little tree to pull off the business. We shield up the Shadow Ball. The opponent probably should be going for Psychic, fishing for the defense drop, but they are going straight Shadow Ball, which does work for me. We managed to successfully deny this Shadow Claw, so it is going to be a case of whether we can actually survive the Shadow Claws. So you can see we're deep in the red, However, the bulky King Cradily is going to clutch out this game with the Grass Knot. So from one of the worst leads you could possibly see, we rely on our King Cradily closer, and you can see we go a perfect 5-0. That is a good thing, because obviously in the first game we even entered the wrong league. You can see Cradily Gyarados core is OP. I'd highly recommend this team. You don't really see Gyarados or Cradily in Remix, but as shown in this video, that core is super strong, and the ever reliable Shadow Drapion is putting in so much work. So another quick upload today, showing you a team you can build with and have success with. Obviously a lot of people are starting to get ELO now. We're a bit behind as I have been working a lot, but if you're looking to climb and looking to get some positive results, give this team a try out, and I'll see you all in the next one.